Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything you thought you knew about happiness was wrong. That's the power of Stoicism. In our fast-paced world, we often find ourselves lost in the chaos, seeking peace and fulfillment. But what if the answer has been with us for centuries? Welcome to the world of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that can transform your life in 2024. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. It's not just a philosophy, it's a way of life. But Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions. It's about understanding them, managing them, and using them to grow. So, how can you apply Stoicism in your daily life? Here are 10 Stoic habits to practice in 2024. Habits that can help you lead a more peaceful, purposeful, and fulfilling life. Number 1. Mindfulness. Mindfulness. It's a word we hear often, but what does it truly mean? In the context of Stoicism, mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment. It's about immersing yourself in the now, not dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. It's about observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment, noticing your breath, the sensations in your body, the thoughts that drift in and out of your mind. But mindfulness goes beyond mere observation. It's about understanding these thoughts and feelings, recognizing them for what they are. It's about realizing that you are not your thoughts. You are the observer of your thoughts. In the hustle and bustle of modern life, mindfulness is a beacon of calm. It's a way to find peace amidst the chaos, to find clarity amidst the confusion. It's the first step on your Stoic journey, a step towards a more peaceful, purposeful, and fulfilling life. Here's a story that embodies the principle of mindfulness. Once upon a time, there was a man named John. He was a successful businessman, always on the move, always thinking about the next deal, the next meeting, the next opportunity. His mind was constantly racing, and he found it hard to find peace amidst the chaos of his life. One day, John stumbled upon the concept of mindfulness. He learned that it was about being fully present in the moment, about observing his thoughts and feelings without judgment. Intrigued, he decided to give it a try. John started by setting aside a few minutes each day to practice mindfulness. He would sit quietly, focusing on his breath, noticing the sensations in his body, the thoughts that drifted in and out of his mind. It was difficult at first. His mind would wander, he would get distracted, but he persisted. As he continued to practice mindfulness, John began to notice a change. He was becoming more aware of his thoughts and feelings. He realized that he was not his thoughts. He was the observer of his thoughts. This realization was liberating. He felt a sense of calm wash over him, a clarity he had never experienced before. John started to apply mindfulness to his everyday life. He would take a moment to be fully present during a meeting, to truly listen to a colleague, to savor a meal. He found that mindfulness brought a sense of peace and purpose to his life. John's story is a testament to the power of mindfulness. It's a tool for finding peace amidst the chaos, for finding clarity amidst the confusion. It's a step towards a more peaceful, purposeful, and fulfilling life. So, the next time you find yourself caught up in the hustle and bustle of life, remember John's story. Try to be fully present in the moment. Practice mindfulness. You might be surprised by the transformation it can bring. Number 2, journaling. Journaling. It's a simple act, but its impact can be profound. It's a conversation with yourself, a way to explore your inner world. In the quiet moments of the day, when you put pen to paper, you're not just recording events. You're delving into your thoughts, your feelings, your hopes, and your fears. Journaling allows you to understand these thoughts and emotions better. It's a mirror that reflects your inner self, helping you to see yourself more clearly. But it's not just about understanding, it's about growth. By tracking your thoughts and emotions over time, you can see how you've changed, how you've grown. And that's the power of journaling. It's a tool for self-reflection, a pathway to self-understanding, and a catalyst for personal growth. So, pick up a pen, open a journal, and start the conversation with yourself. It's a conversation that can lead to a deeper understanding of who you are and who you can become. Let's consider the story of Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers and a Roman emperor. His personal journal, known as Meditations, is a testament to the power of journaling. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor from 161 to 180 AD, was one of the most influential Stoic philosophers. But he was also a practitioner of Stoicism, applying its principles in his daily life. Marcus Aurelius kept a personal journal where he wrote his thoughts, reflections, and observations. This journal was not meant for publication. It was a tool for self-reflection, a way for him to understand his thoughts and emotions better. As an emperor, Marcus Aurelius faced numerous challenges: wars, plagues, political intrigues, but through journaling, he was able to navigate these challenges with wisdom and equanimity. His journal, known today as Meditations, is considered one of the greatest works of philosophy. It provides a unique insight into the mind of a Roman emperor and serves as a guide to living a virtuous life. Even today, Meditations is widely read and admired. It stands as a testament to the power of journaling, showing how it can lead to self-understanding, personal growth, and a more fulfilling life. Number 3. Practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude. It's a simple act, but its impact can be profound. It's about shifting your focus from what's wrong in your life to what's right. In the quiet moments of the day, when you put pen to paper, you're not just recording events. You're acknowledging the good in your life, the things you often take for granted. Gratitude allows you to appreciate what you have, rather than longing for what you don't. It's a reminder of the abundance in your life, a shift from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. But it's not just about acknowledging the good, it's about finding the good in everything. It's about seeing challenges as opportunities, setbacks as lessons. And that's the power of practicing gratitude. It's a tool for positivity, a pathway to happiness, and a catalyst for contentment. So, take a moment each day to acknowledge what you're grateful for. It's a practice that can lead to a more positive, fulfilling, and abundant life. Let's consider the story of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor. His story is a powerful example of practicing gratitude in the face of adversity. Viktor Frankl was a psychiatrist who survived the Holocaust. Despite the unimaginable horrors he faced, he found a way to practice gratitude. Frankl was imprisoned in Nazi concentration camps for 3 years. He faced unimaginable suffering and loss, yet he managed to find meaning in his experience. In his book, Man's Search for Meaning, Frankl wrote about how he found reasons to be grateful, even in the most dire circumstances. He focused on his love for his wife, the beauty of a sunset, and his hope for the future. Frankl's story is a testament to the power of gratitude. Despite the suffering he endured, he chose to focus on the positive aspects of his life. After his release, Frankl became a prominent figure in psychology, developing a therapeutic approach called logotherapy. His story is a reminder that even in the darkest times, we can find reasons to be grateful. This story illustrates the power of gratitude in a real-life context, showing how it can help individuals navigate through extremely difficult situations with resilience and hope. Number 4. Contemplating mortality. Contemplating mortality. It's a topic many shy away from. But in Stoicism, it's seen as a vital practice. It's about acknowledging the impermanence of life, the fleeting nature of everything around us. As the sun sets, it's a reminder that everything has an end. It's a sobering thought, but not a depressing one. Rather, it's a call to live fully and authentically. When we contemplate mortality, we realize that our time is limited. It urges us to make the most of each moment, to live in the present, to appreciate the now. It's a reminder to not postpone our dreams, to not take our loved ones for granted, to express our feelings, and to do the things that truly matter to us. And as the day ends, we're reminded that endings are a natural part of life. They make way for new beginnings, new opportunities, new experiences. So, take a moment each day to contemplate mortality. It's a practice that can lead to a deeper appreciation of life and a more authentic existence. Let's consider the story of Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. His famous Stanford commencement speech in 2005 highlights the importance of contemplating mortality. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple, was a visionary and innovator, but he was also someone who understood the importance of contemplating mortality. In his famous Stanford commencement speech in 2005, Jobs shared how his diagnosis of a rare form of pancreatic cancer made him confront the reality of death. He said, "Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important." Jobs' words resonated with many. His message was clear. Contemplating mortality puts everything in perspective. It helps us focus on what truly matters and encourages us to live our lives to the fullest. Steve Jobs passed away in 2011, but his legacy lives on. His story is a powerful reminder of the importance of contemplating mortality, a principle deeply rooted in Stoic philosophy. This story illustrates the power of contemplating mortality in a real-life context, showing how it can help individuals focus on what truly matters and live their lives to the fullest. Number 5. Embracing discomfort. Embracing discomfort. It's a concept that might seem counterintuitive. After all, why would anyone willingly step out of their comfort zone? But in Stoicism, discomfort is seen not as something to be avoided, but as something to be embraced. It's about facing challenges head-on, pushing your limits, and stepping out of your comfort zone. When we embrace discomfort, we grow. We become stronger, more resilient. We build mental toughness. We learn that we are capable of more than we thought possible. And that's the power of embracing discomfort. It's a tool for personal growth, a pathway to resilience, and a catalyst for building mental toughness. So, the next time you face a challenge, don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Push through the discomfort. You might be surprised by what you're capable of. Let's consider the story of Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th President of the United States. His life is a testament to the power of embracing discomfort. Theodore Roosevelt, the 26th President of the United States, was known for his robust masculinity and strenuous life philosophy. He believed in living life to the fullest by embracing challenges and stepping out of his comfort zone. As a child, Roosevelt was frail and sickly, suffering from severe asthma. But instead of letting his physical limitations define him, he decided to embrace discomfort. He took up boxing, horseback riding, hiking, and other strenuous activities. He pushed himself physically and mentally, building his strength and resilience. His strenuous life philosophy carried over into his presidency. He took on big businesses, pushed for conservation, and championed progressive policies. Even after his presidency, Roosevelt continued to embrace discomfort. He went on numerous expeditions, facing harsh conditions and dangerous wildlife. Roosevelt's story is a powerful example of embracing discomfort. His willingness to step out of his comfort zone and face challenges head-on shaped his life and his legacy. This story illustrates the power of embracing discomfort in a real-life context, showing how it can help individuals overcome physical limitations, face challenges head-on, and live life to the fullest. Number 6. Practicing forgiveness. Practicing forgiveness. It's a concept that's easier said than done. When we're hurt or wronged, our instinct is often to hold on to resentment and anger. But in Stoicism, forgiveness is seen as a virtue. It's about letting go of these negative emotions, not for the sake of the person who wronged us, but for our own peace of mind. When we practice forgiveness, we free ourselves from the burden of resentment. We choose understanding over anger, empathy over bitterness. And that's the power of practicing forgiveness. It's a tool for inner peace, a pathway to understanding, and a catalyst for personal growth. So, the next time you find yourself holding on to resentment, try to let it go. Embrace forgiveness. It's a practice that can lead to a more peaceful, understanding, and compassionate life. Here's a story that embodies the principle of practicing forgiveness. Once upon a time, there was a man named Alex. He was a hard-working and dedicated individual, but he had a strained relationship with his brother, Ben. They had a falling out over a business deal that went sour, and for years, they didn't speak to each other. One day, Alex received a letter from Ben, apologizing for his actions and asking for forgiveness. Alex's initial reaction was anger. He felt wronged and betrayed, and his instinct was to hold on to his resentment. But then, he remembered the principle of practicing forgiveness. He realized that holding on to his anger was not helping him, but rather, it was causing him more pain. He understood that in Stoicism, forgiveness is seen as a virtue. It's about letting go of negative emotions, not for the sake of the person who wronged us, but for our own peace of mind. With this realization, Alex decided to forgive his brother. It wasn't easy. He had to take a deep breath, let go of his anger, and choose understanding over resentment. But when he did, he felt a sense of calm wash over him. He was freeing himself from the burden of resentment and choosing empathy over bitterness. The next time he saw Ben, he greeted him with a smile. He had let go of his resentment and embraced forgiveness. He felt lighter, more peaceful, and more understanding. He realized that practicing forgiveness was indeed a tool for inner peace, a pathway to understanding, and a catalyst for personal growth. From that day forward, Alex lived a more peaceful and compassionate life. He understood the power of practicing forgiveness and made it a part of his daily life. So, the next time you find yourself holding on to resentment, remember Alex's story. Try to let it go. Embrace forgiveness. It's a practice that can lead to a more peaceful, understanding, and compassionate life. You might be surprised by the transformation it can bring. Number 7. Living according to nature. Living according to nature. In Stoicism, this doesn't just mean appreciating the natural world around us. It's about aligning your actions with your values, about living a life that's true to who you are. When we live according to nature, we live authentically. We're not swayed by societal pressures or external expectations. We listen to our inner voice, our inner compass. It's about integrity, about doing what's right, even when no one is watching. It's about being true to ourselves, even when it's not easy. And that's the power of living according to nature. It's a tool for authenticity, a pathway to integrity, and a catalyst for personal growth. So, take a moment each day to check in with yourself. Are your actions aligned with your values? Are you living a life that's true to who you are? Remember, the journey of Stoicism is about progress, not perfection. Here's a story that embodies the principle of living according to nature, as understood in Stoicism, the tale of the mountain hermit. In the heart of the ancient forests of the East, there lived a hermit known to the locals as Sage Leon. He had once been a merchant in the bustling markets of the capital, but the cacophony of desires and the relentless pursuit of wealth had left him feeling hollow. One day, he decided to abandon his affluent life to seek harmony with his true self. Sage Leon ventured deep into the mountains, where the whispers of the wind and the songs of the birds were his only companions. He built a modest hut by a clear stream and dedicated his life to understanding the rhythms of nature. He cultivated a small garden, not for profit, but to sustain himself and to learn the lessons of the seasons. Here's as years passed. Sage Leon became attuned to the subtle language of the forest. He observed how the trees stood firm against the storms, yet bent gracefully with the wind. He noticed the way the animals lived, each according to its nature, without pretense or artifice. In this simplicity, he found profound wisdom. One autumn evening, as the leaves painted the ground in hues of fire, a group of travelers lost their way in the forest. They stumbled upon Sage Leon's hut, weary and desperate. The hermit welcomed them, sharing his humble meal and offering shelter for the night. The travelers were struck by his serenity and the stark contrast between his life and the one they knew. As dawn broke, Sage Leon guided them back to the main path, imparting a simple yet powerful lesson. In the end, our possessions and status are but fleeting shadows. To live according to nature is to honor the essence of who we are, to act with integrity, and to find contentment in the present moment. The travelers returned to their lives transformed, carrying with them the hermit's wisdom. And Sage Leon, the mountain hermit, continued to live in harmony with the world around him, a true embodiment of living according to nature. This story illustrates the Stoic principle of living in accordance with one's nature, highlighting the importance of authenticity, integrity, and personal growth. It serves as a reminder to reflect on our own lives and consider whether we are staying true to our innermost values. Number 8. Practicing moderation. Practicing moderation. In a world filled with temptations, it's a concept that's often overlooked. But in Stoicism, moderation is seen as a key virtue. It's about finding balance, about making choices that are good for you in the long run. It's about self-control, discipline, and understanding that less is often more. When we practice moderation, we're not depriving ourselves. We're choosing to enjoy things in a balanced way, without letting them control us. And that's the power of practicing moderation. It's a tool for balance, a pathway to self-control, and a catalyst for long-term well-being. So, the next time you're faced with a choice, consider the virtue of moderation. It's a practice that can lead to a more balanced, fulfilling, and healthy life. Let's consider the story of Warren Buffett, one of the most successful investors in the world. His life is a powerful example of practicing moderation. Warren Buffett, the chairman and CEO of Berkshire Hathaway, is one of the wealthiest people in the world. But despite his immense wealth, he is known for his frugal lifestyle. Buffett lives in the same house he bought in 1958 for $31,500. He drives an old car, and instead of indulging in expensive meals, he often opts for a simple fast food breakfast. His work ethic also reflects his practice of moderation. Despite his success, he spends most of his day reading and thinking, rather than getting caught up in the hustle and bustle of the business world. Buffett's story is a powerful example of practicing moderation. His frugal lifestyle and balanced work ethic have played a significant role in his success. His life is a testament to the fact that success doesn't necessarily require extravagance, and that a simple, moderate lifestyle can lead to great achievements. This story illustrates the power of practicing moderation in a real-life context, showing how it can contribute to success and personal fulfillment. Number 9. Developing wisdom. Developing wisdom. It's a journey, not a destination. It's about learning, growing, and striving to understand the world around you. In Stoicism, wisdom is considered the highest virtue. It's about seeking truth, asking questions, and never stopping learning. It's about open-mindedness, about being willing to change your mind when presented with new information. It's about understanding that it's okay to say, "I don't know." And that's the power of developing wisdom. It's a tool for personal growth, a pathway to understanding, and a catalyst for lifelong learning. So, the next time you're faced with a challenge, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? Remember, the journey of wisdom is about progress, not perfection. Let's consider the story of Albert Einstein, one of the most influential physicists of the 20th century. His life is a powerful example of developing wisdom. Albert Einstein, one of the most influential physicists of the 20th century, was not only known for his theory of relativity, but also for his insatiable curiosity and pursuit of knowledge. From a young age, Einstein showed a deep fascination with science and mathematics. He was always asking questions, always seeking to understand the world around him. His pursuit of knowledge didn't stop with formal education. Throughout his life, Einstein was a lifelong learner, constantly reading, questioning, and exploring new ideas. Even in his later years, Einstein never stopped learning. He once said, "I have no special talent. I'm only passionately curious." His life was a testament to the power of developing wisdom. Einstein's story is a powerful example of developing wisdom. His insatiable curiosity and lifelong pursuit of knowledge are an inspiration to us all. This story illustrates the power of developing wisdom in a real-life context, showing how it can lead to groundbreaking discoveries and a fulfilling life. Number 10. Practicing courage. Practicing courage. It's about facing your fears, about stepping into the unknown. It's about bravery, strength, and conviction. In Stoicism, courage is considered a key virtue. It's not just about physical bravery, but also about moral courage. It's about standing up for what's right, even when it's not easy. When we practice courage, we push our boundaries. We step out of our comfort zone, we face our fears. And in doing so, we realize that we are stronger than we thought. And that's the power of practicing courage. It's a tool for personal growth, a pathway to self-confidence, and a catalyst for change. So, the next time you're faced with a challenge, don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Practice courage. You might be surprised by what you're capable of. Here's a story that embodies the principle of practicing courage. Once upon a time, there was a young woman named Eva. She was a talented violinist, but she suffered from severe stage fright. The mere thought of performing in front of an audience would make her palms sweat and her heart race. One day, her music teacher announced a recital. It was a prestigious event, and performing well could open many doors for Eva, but the thought of playing her violin in front of a large audience filled her with dread. Eva considered backing out, but then she remembered the principle of practicing courage. She knew that this was her chance to face her fear, to step into the unknown. She decided to perform at the recital. In the days leading up to the event, Eva practiced relentlessly. She also worked on her mindset, reminding herself of the virtue of courage in Stoicism. She knew that this was not just about physical bravery, but also about moral courage, standing up for what's right, even when it's not easy. The day of the recital came. As Eva stood at the edge of the stage, looking out at the sea of faces, she felt her fear rising. But she took a deep breath, reminded herself of the principle of practicing courage, and stepped onto the stage. As she played her violin, she pushed her boundaries. She stepped out of her comfort zone, faced her fear, and realized that she was stronger than she thought. Her performance was not perfect, but it was brave and heartfelt. The audience gave her a standing ovation. After the recital, Eva felt a sense of exhilaration. She had practiced courage, and it had been a tool for personal growth, a pathway to self-confidence, and a catalyst for change. She felt satisfied and proud. She knew that the next time she faced a challenge, she wouldn't shy away from it. She would embrace it and practice courage. And so, Eva continued to grow as a musician and as a person, always remembering the power of practicing courage. She was indeed surprised by what she was capable of. And that's the power of practicing courage. It's a tool for personal growth, a pathway to self-confidence, and a catalyst for change. So, the next time you're faced with a challenge, don't shy away from it. Embrace it. Practice courage. You might be surprised by what you're capable of. Stoicism isn't a quick fix. It's a journey, but it's a journey worth taking. Ready to start your Stoic journey? Click the link in the description for more resources, and don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom from the world of Stoicism. Thank you for watching. Remember, the good life is closer than you think. From journaling to practicing gratitude, these habits can help you lead a more fulfilling life.